Well, here we are. Today is Monday. Yeah, it is. It's April 9th, 2018, and I am still working on this test. Actually, what I'm doing here is, let me open it up again real quick. This is training. Now, some of these are videos and some of them are just text, and they're RFU test. What I'm going to do is mark these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on for the 12 months. So when we get to the 6th month, we would go to number 6, and that would be the video that we're going to be tested on and watch. So when we get to the station, we'll watch that video and then take a small 15 or 16 questionnaire in writing, which will be multiple choice or true or false. So that's what this is going to be. So for those who have computers, well, actually they all have a computer, but don't understand that too well, I downloaded a file that they can load that will play any video that I happen to give them on their thumb drive, because they're all going to get a thumb drive with this complete text test answer sheets, no answers however, but the questions, let's put it that way. So they're all going to have all this, so they can look at it as many times as they want, if any, or none, or whatever, but at least they'll have an idea what's coming up. And I think that's a good start at this point. So that's where I'm at. But I got to take a breather. First of all, it's 1:25 p.m. Now I've been up since 9 o'clock. About my average time, and I went out for coffee this morning. Got out of there about noontime. Then I took a quick ride up to Tractor Supply and bought 150 pounds of bird feed. I'll tell you, the sun is shining, but it's cold. It's colder than it looks. I walked out of the house today with short sleeves on and said, "Oh, I'm freezing my ass off." But meanwhile, I went to Tractor Supply and I picked up 150 pounds of bird feed, and I picked up this. Now this is one of those I call this a small horse mat, but the horse mats that I have on the floor are real horse mats. In my opinion, they're probably a little bit more than a ½ inch thick, and they look to be about a 6x5, something that the horse can stand on and have some comfort. These, I would guess, is more for a smaller animal. I don't know. However, what I'm going to do with it is cut it to fit the countertop, because I'm finding that the wood countertop is just not making it for me, and I wanted something that I can have that's going to be durable enough to take a little bit of my abuse and not have to worry about it. So I'm going to cut those. And then what I found useful, I bought a pair for the house. I keep a small toolbox in the house, so if I got to do something, I don't have to come out here. Well, I bought a pair of these for the house. Small one and a large one. It's like kind of like an offset. But you know what? I find that these work better than the so-called standard channel lock. And I kind of like it, and it's got the little lock on it, so it kind of locks in place. So if you open it, it doesn't fall into a size that you didn't need, so that you're not always adjusting it. You can adjust it to where you want, lock it, and that's where it's going to stay until you change it. And that's for both of them. So I bought a pair of them. I think they were $9 for the pair. Naturally, they're made in China. I'm not crazy about that, but you know what? They serve the purpose, so that's it. Then I bought a bunch of various sizes on these eye bolts or eye hooks, whatever you want to call them. I bought long. They're all long, but they're various thicknesses. And then I bought some of these, again, different sizes. So it's always good to have a few of these laying around. So I picked up like a dozen of these, and I think I bought 4 of these. 2 of this size and 2 of a size a little smaller. So that was kind of my day there. I had gone to Home Depot yesterday and picked up, I thought I picked up 40 bags of, yeah I did, 30 or 40 bags of chips. They had them on sale, 5 bags for 10 bucks. So I went down there and filled my trailer. Took the small trailer, I didn't take the big one. And now that I think about it, I should have taken the larger one because I want to go back and get another 40 bags. You start spreading it, and you don't want to spread that stuff thin. You know, it's got to stay thick. You know, you want to keep it like 3 or 4 inches thick. And if you do that, you're not going to get much more coverage than what the bag is. So it doesn't go as far as you think it goes. And I grabbed enough, but we decided that there's some other things we want to do now that we've put it down. So I said, well, you know what, I'll just go back and pick up another 30 or 40 bags. So meanwhile, I want to get this cut so I can get that in place for now, and then that's done. Then I got to finish working on the test. Then I'm just going to putz around a little bit. It's a little too cold for me to go outside and putz. Like I said, it's a lot colder than what it looks out there. I don't have my temperature thing hooked up yet, but it's cold out there. Like I say, I walked out with a short sleeve shirt on and a vest, and then they said, oh shit. You know, now at that point I said, okay, it's cold. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to putz around, get some of this done, get some of this other stuff done, and then believe it or not, I'm going to go in the house. Because a lot of this I can do in the house. So I figure, you know what, why sit out here and do it when I can sit in the house and do it? You know, we'll just test the stuff. So that's what I think I'm going to do. So meanwhile, guys, I'll be right back. Okie dokie, there it is. Excuse me. Now I didn't want to push it all the way back because I didn't want it to interfere with the plugs, because I don't want to have to move that up. And this is basically the main surface area, so I don't care. And if anything does roll back, it'll have this little catch basin. Like I say, if I push this back all the way, these plugs are going to be hard to get in and out if I have to plug anything in and out of there. So that's why I kind of did it where I did it. And now I still have another piece that I can put over here in front of the toolbox. Maybe, I don't know yet. I may have another need for it, but I'm not going to rush right now. So that's kind of where we're at. So that's kind of done. Kind of done. Kind of get her done. And that's where I'm at. Excuse me, guys. So let me take this. Now I moved this over a little bit because I had this in place and it was really a little tighter than I wanted it to be. Sorry, guys. Hey, Nick. So I moved it over a little bit. That's why you see that little paint chip piece over here, because that's where that was when I painted it. That's where it was. Okay, so now this can get pushed back in there nicely. There. And I don't have to worry about it. Good. And I'll take my other two trays that have my little tools. One has scrapers and cutting knives. One has little mini screwdrivers. And these are just, well, this is just a little tray that, you can't see it, that if you go to the deli, oh yeah, in one of the stores, they serve, you know, you buy like a pound of potato salad or something like that. That's what they give it to you in. Or if you buy a salad or a garden salad or something like that. Okay, that's kind of like what it is. So I save a lot of these little trays because I use them for a lot of little things like that. I've got about 3 or 4 of them over there that are a little bit smaller with tops on them as well. So, you know, so if you go to the grocery store and there's little trays, you know what? Wash them out, keep them. So that's kind of where we're at here, guys. We're kind of pretty well set. There's some stuff up on this shelf here that I'm going to be taking off because I don't need it all up there. I don't need this little power supply here, so I'm going to get rid of that. This power supply is more than enough. It's veritable, so that's fine. This one I don't need. The meter SWR I'll keep there because it's tied into this. So if I do have to, can you see what I'm doing here? Yeah. So if I do have to work on a radio or something, I can plug it in, which also has an antenna on it as well as a dummy load. So I can use it either way. The switch for it is over there. So, and that's about it. So a lot of this little stuff can actually come off, and I should be okay. So, with that being said, oh, turn it on? Maybe not. What'd I do? Did I disconnect it? I did. Okay. I disconnected it. There's the power right there. So it's not going to work if it's got no power on it. Alright, anyway, that's it. So it's about 2 o'clock now. Yeah, it is. It's 2:01. I've got some stuffed peppers cooking. So I'm going to go in the house and work on what I have to, work on what I have to work on and get some of this stuff done. I also need to load in a couple of programs on my 2 little mini laptops so that I can do what I need to do with those, and that's about it. So we're going to shut down, guys, and catch you tomorrow. Alright, I'm opening this up out here tonight. It came in today, but I bought this off of eBay. The person, the seller, had a 100% rating, but that means nothing to me. Well, it helps me when I come to buy something. Naturally, I'll buy off 100% before I buy off 50%. But for what's in here, it feels a lot heavier than what it should be. Okay, it is what it is. I don't know if you guys ever seen this or not. Tipping the Rift. It's a great cartoon. It used to be on TV years ago. And I really don't know why it ever came off. It's kind of an adult cartoon, but yet it's made for TV. But it was taken off. Tipping the Rift. I mean, the kids would probably, well, you know, young enough would probably take it as a cartoon. They may not notice all the little innuendos within it, but it's actually, I liked it. It's funny, you know, it really is. All right, that's all. I just wanted to open up on tape so I know if it was what it was, and it is. and I think what's in it should be what's in it. There's I think, yeah, 3-pack, and if there isn't, well, shame on me.